for whatever, if you want to do the leap of faith, the innovation, or any kind of work within the IT space and bring value to your organization, you need that confidence from the business and trust. And those are things, because if you want to be an accelerator or someone that says we're the enabler of the business, that's a double-edged sword, because you're only as good as your last success. And as soon as you go to the board and say, well, that one failed, then they go, well, next year's IT budget is going to get slashed. So in this case, I think what we have done a lot internally is get our own ducks in a row and start to understand what our business is and what our role as IT is in the organization. And because of this situation that's happening, we're more agile, and agile is used very loosely, and it's used all across industry, but in our case, the small a agile. We're more agile in that sense that we understand where we can provide support and where we can't provide support. And because of that, we can mobilize faster.
There's an interesting study, you've probably run into it. The fastest growing resource for CEOs is CIOs. That's, to me, speaks a little bit about this kind of transformation into whether or not CIOs become business accelerators or not. We have found that the more that organizations shift to where IT positions itself and is seen by those whom they serve as a business accelerator rather than a business resource, then the CIO and the whole team becomes valuable in an entirely different way. It's the enabler effect. But it's proactive in the sense of, how do I accelerate whatever you want to have happen?
But we get so laser focused on delivering to a deadline and long are forgotten all of the objectives that we started out with. And then when you get to the end, you always have that opportunity to look back, go, this didn't work for the following reasons. I would rather have those checkpoints throughout. And one of the things that I've been charged with in my company is, from a solution perspective, have that conversation up front, highlight the warnings, and remind. And as a technology provider, on a long project, halfway through, things can change. And we now have an opportunity to redirect. So, guys, I know your business case, but if we do this, this is going to set you up much greater in the future.
And I don't report to boards. I report to two brothers who own the company. Mm-hmm. And I have started drinking coffee. I now golf more. I drink scotch, cigars. I learned to play tennis, because those are the only ways that I can have conversations with the owners that are outside of the business and have those opportunities to listen to what they have to say, and try to understand the problems that they're trying to solve, and then take it back to our IT department, and depending on the business area that we're working with, to solve that problem. So I constantly hear like these boards are old people and all that. Is that changing as of late? Like I hear the side conversations where CIOs are now getting their seats at those tables. Are they at least open to conversations that are happening now?
They are, yes. They're not tech savvy. They haven't been brought up like our kids, always knowing the internet and technology. So they don't know perhaps the benefits of the technology, how they're going to be business enablers, and to actually ask those right questions to the CIOs and the business partners, the strategic business partners that are coming to get approval for these new technologies or these new capabilities. So what we're finding is we got to go in and help them. Okay, these are some of the things you need to be thinking about, whether it's just basic technology 101 right through to to the economics of the IT. And so that's what we're finding is getting in there, helping the boards ask the right questions so that they can do their jobs properly.